Thank you all for coming here this morning. We're really excited to talk about something that the City of Springfield is very committed to, and that is getting our youngest students, our youngest children educated as early as possible. And due to a new partnership, we are able to expand that opportunity this coming school year to more families than ever here in the City of Springfield. So without further ado, we'll get right to our talking program for this morning. We're going to hear from four people. Our mayor is here, Mayor Sarno, Superintendent of Schools, Daniel Warwick, Janice Santos, the Executive Director for Head Start, and Dexter Johnson, President and CEO interim for YMCA of Greater Springfield, Joan Kagan, who is the President and CEO of Square One. So thank you all for joining us, and we'll start off with remarks from the mayor.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Giselle. Doesn't Giselle look good? Stylish shoes. Smooth Jazz 106.3. You see those stylish shoes there? Alicia Cross, one of my favorite DJs. First of all, to Superintendent Dan Warwick and his hard-working team, and I see Assistant Superintendent Lydia Martinez here, and the numbers man, Pat Roach, and to our private partners. I believe we'll have some good announcements down the road too. Mary Wallaby of the Davis Foundation has been steadfast on education and youth development. To my colleagues and friends on the City Council who worked closely with us also, Tom Ash wears two hats with the Y in the City Council, and of course, Buddy Williams on it. When this was brought to our attention as we were strategizing for the good of the overall city, Superintendent Warwick and I and Kevin Kennedy and others have met with the non-profits, Joan Kagan, who does a great job with Square One, Janice Santos, legendary with Head Start, and now Dexter's in command now at the Y. I've always said it, and I think I probably said it to make you sick at times, but for any mayor in urban America, he or she, to continue to knock down poverty and public safety issues, three things are invaluable. One, family. Al familia, family first. 1A, education, and 1B, jobs. So when this came about, it was a no-brainer for myself and my administration, Superintendent Warwick and the City Council, that we were to invest the millions of dollars for this beautiful early childhood center. And this, I feel, is an important cause, not only knocking down poverty and public safety, but economic development. Let's get our kids, each and every one of our kids, let's get them early. And in turn, with these well-respected entities, they also facilitate and network the families too, to help out those families, and that is key. Also, I believe the number, the superintendent and others are going to it, 300 slots here, 300 slots, and we want to do more, but 300 young people, no matter what creed, color, or background, that their parents, guardians have a peace of mind that they're here in a safe, nurturing environment, and they can go out and be able to perform and provide for their families. So to me, this is a very, very important day in the City of Springfield's history, and we're going to continue to move forward on this educational youth development and the pre-K front. Extremely important. I'm so proud to continue to work with Superintendent Warwick and my colleagues in government, but really proud. We've worked together for a number of years, Joan and Janice, and now Dexter with the Y. So thank you for everybody, the continued belief and investment, because there were some that said this should go a different way. But the clarion call for myself and others was early education is the key. Let's nip this in the bud. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to take this opportunity to send a thank you, say thank you to Rose Welczak and her staff here. At this center, as you can see, they're in the middle of some deep cleaning and making sure that this building is up and ready for the students, but they made sure that we had a nice space available, so thank you for that.
Adele, I also see that the picture I drew, you put it up there for me. I'm getting better.
Some of my old students work. And now we'll hear some remarks from the Superintendent of Schools, Daniel Warwick.
I'd like to start out with my pictures next to them. That's why I wasn't an art major. Just very, very thankful. First of all, to recognize our Mayor, Dominic Sarno. People call him the People's Mayor. I call him the Education Mayor. Because every time we call to support education, he not only talks about it, he actually does it. The day Pat Roach and I came through this facility to take a look at it, I was just wowed by what a great facility it was, and so sad to see it going offline and have a lot of our kids not getting services, whether it's public or private. We have a great partnership with our private community. The mayor that day convened the finance team and pulled this together, that day.
Dan called from right here.
Right here.
We need to
And
get him.
he met us within an hour, pulled the team together. We've been talking about early childhood as a priority, and he made it a priority and made it happen. So I just so grateful for the mayor. And the city council came up big relative to the bonding piece on this, and our school committee has been so good. We've had a great long-term partnership dealing with early education in this city for years. I think we're recognized throughout the state, I think also recognized throughout the country, and have a lot of people to be thankful for that. Mary Walicki and the Davis Foundation has been behind a lot of the great work that we've been engaged in for over 10 years. But also we have some great private providers. So this isn't going to be just public preschool classes. We're opening up to the private providers because we've known for years it's going to take all of us working together to not only provide more early education seats, but improve the quality of the programs that we're offering also. So we have a true collaborative here, and I'd just like to recognize Head Start, Square One, the YMCA, that are part of this collaborative. They're going to have classes in this building. I don't think there's too many of these kind of situations throughout the country. I think we're breaking new ground, creating opportunities for our Springfield kids. We know how valuable in the inner cities, where you have high poverty rates, early childhood isn't a nice add-on. It's absolutely critical if we're going to get the kids to a good start with early school. And our commitment is to not just add seats, it's to add to the quality of the programs, and we've been working for years together to do that. I think in recognition of our great work, there's going to be some announcements this fall that are going to be very positive for the city of Springfield as well, and we're going to keep adding seats, but more importantly, adding to the quality of the programs, because our kids deserve the best. And the only way we're going to get them to graduation is to get the early literacy piece in place first. As a long-term elementary school principal, I understood that, and we're focused on that, but in Springfield we're doing a lot more than talking about it. We're actually taking action. This building, you can see we're doing a lot of construction to get it ready, but we're going to have a real, true private-public collaboration with the best of both worlds to provide quality services for our kids and expand quality opportunities across the city of Springfield. Again, so grateful to the mayor and his team for pulling this together for us, and grateful to the business community, the philanthropic community that has been so supportive, and to our great partners on the private side who provide great services for our kids. Thank you.
Nice job.
Thank you, Superintendent. And next we're going to hear from Janice Santos, Executive Director for Head Start.
The godmother. I'm your godmother.
Thank you very much, and good morning, everyone. Head Start is so pleased to join Springfield School Department, Square One, and the YMCA in partnership to create additional high-quality preschool opportunities for preschool children in Springfield. Having been in the early childhood field for over 40 years myself, I know firsthand that providing children with a high-quality early learning experience is vital to the community. It helps to prepare children and their families for school success. School readiness is what a pre-K experience is about. Children possessing the skills, knowledge, and attitude necessary for their success in kindergarten and later learning. This includes a literacy-rich classroom environment with books, crayons, paint, paintbrushes, and music and more, which helps children to express themselves. We see parents as their child's first and most influential teacher. We work with parents to establish mutually respectful partnerships and to support the well-being of their families and to prepare for a successful school experience. Head Start has provided early education and care services to children and families for over 50 years. We are so pleased to continue our services and be working with Springfield schools. I've always said, our children are your children. We have to collectively work together to help every child reach their potential. Head Start is excited to be an early learning provider here in Springfield, and we are looking forward to the upcoming school year. And we thank Superintendent Warwick and Mayor Sardo for their vision for early childhood. Thank you
Thanks,
very
Jan.
much.
Thank you, Janice. And next we'll hear from Dexter Johnson, Interim President and CEO of the YMCA of Greater Springfield.
Good morning. I just wanted to really thank the school department for inviting us to be a part of this. You know, I've always said for years, as I've spent my 20+ years with the YMCA, no one organization can do everything on their own. The collaborative process is so crucial and so important, and from the moment that I came to Springfield, I saw how alive that was from the early collaboratives that I was a part of with the Davis Foundation, that we really had a great understanding in Springfield of how important it was to work together and collaborate. And so it's funny because early on when I met Joan, she mentioned how great it would be if we could come together and do some type of facility where there were multiple organizations a part of it. And I thought, wow, that would really be hard to pull off. I don't know who this Joan lady is. She's kind of out there. And so for that to really come to fruition and be happening now is really unbelievable. If you could tell me the lottery numbers for this week, that would be helpful as well. But the process is just so important, and collaborations can take work and effort, and a few conflicts and arguments are going to come up along the way. I don't know that we had any, but it can come up. I've heard that. But with the understanding that it's really all for the benefit of the children, for the community, and for the families that we're serving is really what it all comes down to, and it makes all the effort worthwhile. So again, the Y is proud and honored to be a part of this collaborative, and looking forward to this opening and teaching children how to make lovely pictures like the mayor and superintendent. So, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. And closing out remarks today will be Joan Kagan, President and CEO of Square One. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is a great day, and thank you very much. We have been talking, Dexter, for a while about the great chance that we might have to all work together under one roof and bring all of our resources together for the children and families of Springfield. And I do want to thank the superintendent and the mayor for their wonderful vision and for making it a reality for us. What is so wonderful about today is that we can really proclaim that this is a community that is coming together for the benefit of children and families, that we are taking the public and private partnership, that we're taking private organizations like the Y and Square One, along with Head Start, along with the public schools, and it is about a community coming together with the same goal of getting children off to a good start in life. That we know that children who are get a high quality early education service will do better in school, that they will be successful in school. It's important that we get them, all of us are committed to ensuring that children are reading successfully by the end of 3rd grade, because we know that after 3rd grade they learn to read, and that is going to be the harbinger of how well they do in school and become and are contributing members of our community. We also share, all of the partners here today share in another important aspect of providing high quality early education and care, and that is our commitment to the families. That we are not only providing a high quality education to the children, but we are also providing the services and supports that families need to help their children to be successful in school. So that is something that we will also be able to get some real impact on by being under the same roof and having that type of collaboration where we'll be able to offer services to the families as well. So again, I want to thank everyone. I want to thank my partners. I want to thank the superintendent who really has approached this in true partnership and has been willing to devote the time and resources to making this collaborative a very successful one. Also, we need to make special mention of the Davis Foundation that has continued to show tremendous leadership in the philanthropic world to make sure that we have the resources and supports that we need to really impact children and families in our community. So thank you very much.
What a great announcement. It's so exciting to know that our young children here in the city of Springfield has this great opportunity this year. I think it was Janice who said, it's a great time to be a 4-year-old in Springfield, and how true that is. So we did want to formally announce this morning, but we also wanted to ask the media and all of you to help let people know that this is out there. Enrollment is going on as we speak. There are certain eligibility requirements. Children must be 4 years old by September 1st and cannot have previously attended preschool or formal child care. There are several different preschool opportunity programs available, so we are looking to place any and every child that we can. Also, there is enrollment going on tomorrow. There's going to be a read aloud for our young residents at the Dr. Seuss Museum in the city of Springfield at the Quadrangle at 11 a.m. So please help spread the word on that. And there's also flyers available. Our speakers are happy to take any questions from the media at this point if you have some. But I would like to give an opportunity to give a couple of phone numbers out for people to call for more information. You can call Square One 413-858-3165. Head Start's 413-788-6522. YMCA is 413-206-5698. And there is also information on the Springfield Public Schools website, which is www.springfieldpublicschools.com. So at this time, we will take any questions from the media or anyone gathered here.
So when does the school year begin? When does this building actually open?
We open at the start of this school year, a week after the regular schools open, so right at the beginning of September, right after Labor Day.
Talk a little bit about the history of this building, and you mentioned you toured through here, and what was it previously, and who owns it, how did all that come about?
Sure. This was the Early Childhood Center. They went out of business, which meant our opportunity to expand preschool opportunities that we were a private provider would have been negatively impacted. So we wanted to step in and make sure we kept the facility open. And again, typically we're looking to open public schools. This is a real public-private collaborative, so it's really unique, and it required a great deal of support from the city, and the mayor stepped up to make it happen. But it would have been a crime in this city to reduce preschool opportunities because we didn't have seats in this building, which I'd argue is one of the better buildings I've ever seen, designed for preschool, not be in use for our kids.
So when did they close and when did the city buy it?
This was back in the spring, and the mayor came forward that day to put a package together to buy it. Yeah.
And some brief history, having my chief of staff, Denise Jordan, here. Her father, a retired state representative Ray Jordan, was very instrumental many, many years ago with Rebecca Johnson School, and then having this site here for early ed. This dates back to my days of when I was an assistant to then Mayor Mary Hurley. This is dating back into the late 80s, the foresight on it. But you know, Springfield's known for a city of first, and this is another unique partnership, whether we're doing it in education, economic development, or public safety. But Superintendent's absolutely right. This is really never been done before. We have the public-private collaboration, and I think philanthropic organizations such as the Davis Foundation are very helpful in facilitating that and with money. But this is something we put our money where our mouth is because we feel it's important not only for education, but for economic development, knocking down poverty, and knocking down public safety issues. Let's get all our kids, as early as possible. And I think Joan had mentioned it, key part, facilitation of the families. So the families are helped out also too, so they can be able to provide proper care and proper support to their families, and that's where it all starts. Thank you.